Thank you for tuning in to Entertain the Geeky, your source for nerd news.
Guys, what's going on?
What up, Chris?
Roger, how are you?
I'm sad, Chris.
It is, it's a good time to be sad.
I don't know if it's ever a good time to be sad.
It's an appropriate time to be sad.
It's appropriate, yes.
So Adam West left us.
Everyone out there knows by now.
Yeah,
right? We're not
at the age of 88.
We're not breaking any news, though. I have an idea how Family Guy should handle this situation. Because a lot of concerns have been now there's no more Mayor West, right? Fine, have Mayor West die in the show, but have Burt Ward come in and be Mayor Ward.
Oh, that would be awesome.
So you could have Batman and Robin be mayor. But
you know what I could picture that mayor doing, though?
What's that?
Is taking a trip to the moon and never coming back. So, as we often do when we lose a geeky icon, we're going to observe a moment of silence here. All right.
He gets a good moment of silence.
He did.
Like, we obviously aren't old enough to have seen the Batman show from the 60s in its prime, when it was on the air.
But we've seen it.
But we've seen it, and I remember coming home from school and watching it on, like, Channel 11 on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh, yeah.
And what episode sticks in your head the most? There has to be at least one, or even...
Okay, so from the movie... shark repellent is what sticks out the most. It's
shark repellent or
Batman tossing Robin shark repellent and Robin tossing Batman shark repellent. I'm sorry, and then him spraying it on a shark.
You know what's interesting about that movie? Now that you think about it,
what?
Remember the scene where he's running around with the bomb? Yeah. And he's like, "Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb," and then it blows up, and I was like, "Oh my god, Batman dies." That's where Christopher Nolan got his idea for The Dark Knight Rises.
Probably.
Like, he watched the 60s movies and went, yeah, we can do that.
I'll do it with the bomb.
We can do it with the bomb. Yeah. So that's some sad news. Like, I remember, for some reason in my head, the Batman episode I remember is Poison Ivy. And at the end of the episode, Robin gets eaten by a Venus flytrap, giant Venus flytrap. And that was a cliffhanger. That was the same bat time, same bat channel. Yep. And I remember leaving that going, how does Robin get out of there? His arms are hanging out. He was eaten.
However, will he survive?
Right. I didn't know. And I never, what's funny, the next day I went to watch it and they had taken it off the air.
It said it was a different episode?
Yeah, it was bad.
Because they didn't do them in order during the reruns. It was like, all right, here's another random episode.
Right. We also got a trailer for...
Black Panther.
Thoughts?
I'm stoked, dude.
Okay, so Jason called me yesterday after this came out, and he was just flabbergastedly excited.
2 days ago.
No, he called me yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Like, I was getting my new phone, and he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm getting a new phone." And he goes, "Okay, I have ulterior motives for calling you." And I went, "Other than seeing how I'm doing, I would hope so." And he goes, "Dude, the Black Panther trailer. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?" And my thoughts are this. It is the most comic book movie Marvel has done to date.
I was actually messaging back and forth with Jason.
Yeah.
The night that it dropped. And he's like, "What'd you think?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm stoked. Like, I'm buying. Whatever. I'm in it."
I'm in it to win it.
And he's like, they did Wakanda perfect. Based off what I've seen. That's exactly what Jason O'Toole said.
Yeah, it looks really good.
It looks fantastic.
And when I say it's the most comic book movie that Marvel has done, it looks like it's trying its damnedest to stay as close to Black Panther mythology and comic mythology as possible.
Yeah. It's not just the MCU version of the Black Panther.
No, it's not. It's like here's where we're trying to make it. Here you go.
That totally just threw me off there talking about Black Panther. Holy cow.
Who's excited about it?
I mean everybody is. Xbox One X. What? No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I thought we'd save it for later on when we hit our E3 coverage. But if you want to hit it, let's hit it.
I just want to hit it.
Hit it.
So, okay, first of all, the Xbox One S got a $50 price drop. You can pick one of those up for like $250 now. Brand new.
Yeah, I might be upgrading.
Killer deal. Also, they reveal their shiny new system, the Xbox One X. The thing is a hardware monster, 2.3 gigahertz CPU. I mean, 5 gigs of DDR5, or I think it's 5 gigs. I don't know. Hold on, it might be 12 gigs of DDR5.
12 gigs of DDR5?
I think it's some obscene number. I think it is 12.
I don't need that much DDR5 in my life.
You actually do.
Apparently.
No, when you've got RAM like that, you can get a little more action. Yeah, so 2.3 gigahertz. I'm going through here. Enables 4K. 326 gigabyte per second data transfer, which is obscene. Where is the RAM?
You would think we'd be prepared for this.
Well, I looked at it earlier. I'm just gonna Google it right now.
You Google it right now, and we'll talk about this real quick. Do you see these?
One X RAM.
You see these new Funko animated series pops from Batman Animated? Look at that. Phantasm, Scarecrow. How awesome those look.
I'm not a pop fig kind of boy.
Look at that. Tell me you don't want that Batman.
I don't want it.
You shut your dirty face.
I don't care about pop figs. They're just
face.
not for me.
You shut your face. Pop figs are awesome.
I'm reading here.
Spider-Man Homecoming concept art shows Spidey's expressiveness. That's pretty sweet. Like that.
Yeah, 12 gigabytes of DDR5
Jesus.
RAM. Sorry, it took me a second. The 1S has 8 gigs of DDR3, so it's a freaking monster. And then it's water vapor cooled and has a small prostitute in it.
Does it?
If you pay a little extra to Microsoft each month, she'll come out and do favors for you.
Oh, I'm definitely buying one now.
Yeah, right? No, the thing's insane. And the cool part about it, and this is what, with consoles using the CPUs and everything that they're using now, it's enabling for you to continue to play the games that you played on the previous generation system.
Yeah.
And you can also get the new games and play them on the system if you haven't bought the newest one yet. That's good.
Well, eventually we're going to get to the point where consoles are upgradable like computers.
Ideally.
And then why not just get a PC?
I mean, that's what we're headed to.
Yeah. I mean, we also saw extended footage of Battlefield 2 being played at E3.
Yep.
Some more information on Call of Duty World War II came out. A lot of trailers hit. But really, at the end of the day, there wasn't anything truly ground-shattering for E3 for me this year. Did you?
The Xbox One X was a big deal.
Project
Scorpio, that's been deep under wraps for a while now.
Yeah, but like no games really coming out that surprised me, nothing.
I'm okay with that. Don't let me bore you too much, Rob.
I'm sorry.
On me.
I'm sorry. I've been up since really early. Real quickly, Death Wish. Bruce Willis being Death Wish remake gets a November release date. Stranger Things soundtrack on cassette tape?
Yep, I'll take it.
Do you even have a way to play a cassette tape anymore?
I do, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? I don't know if I do. It's been a weird...
I still have my Home Alone 2 Talkboy tape recorder.
Oh my god, Cowboy Bebop.
What about it?
Getting a live-action remake.
What?
You didn't see this?
No, I didn't see that
one.
one.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be Americanized, but it's Cowboy Bebop, so that's okay. Because Cowboy Bebop is a very Americanized anime. He-Man gets an Always Sunny in Philadelphia animated mashup series. What? Gets an amazing Always Sunny. It's Always Sunny in Eternia. Huh. That's gonna be neat. So it's He-Man meets It's Always Sunny.
Woo! So David Harbour got fitted for the Hellboy fist.
Yeah, and he had dinner with Ron Perlman.
Did he really?
Yeah, they had dinner and they had a long conversation about where he sees Hellboy being as a character and where Ron Perlman sees Hellboy.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
When... Who was it? When Ledger took on the Joker, he spoke to Nicholson.
Right.
And he said, and Nicholson was like, yeah, that role almost made me crazy.
Well.
Yeah, almost is a understatement, but...
Yeah. So yeah, Cowboy... I'm sorry, just back to this, just so you know who's doing it. Cowboy Bebop is getting a live-action series adaptation with Thor Ragnarok writer Chris Yost.
Chris Yost. That he actually wrote Scarlet Spider. He's my favorite.
He's your favorite? Well, then you need to watch that.
Because, you know, he was a consultant for the first Avengers movie as well.
Was he?
And then Chris Yost also did Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is an awesome cartoon that was only 2 seasons long.
Okay. We're getting Ant-Man shorts on Disney XD.
That's kind of cool.
Like, it's little animated shorts about 1.5 minutes long. Just a way to, keep Ant-Man relevant until they get the new movie out.
Oh, man. They've had a bunch of set photos from Infinity War.
Yeah, it looks
and
insane.
showing all the trailers for all the actors. That movie is so big.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's Robert Downey Jr.'s house in the middle of all that?
Yeah, it's huge. It's, like, huge. And I if they can pull this off.
They will.
If they can pull this off.
Oh, they can do it. I believe.
Let's talk real quick about Justice League.
Yeah.
So Joss Whedon is doing a bunch of reshoots now.
Yep.
Wonder Woman hit it big. Like, Wonder Woman made a lot of money, and it's still making a lot of money.
Reviews are good on it. Not that reviews mean anything at all.
But this is one of those things about DC Universe. If Wonder Woman failed and Justice League failed, you pretty much got to call it quits. I mean, it's coming to that point. But with Wonder Woman making it, even if Justice League doesn't do well or it's a bad movie, you still have Wonder Woman to fall back on.
None of their movies have failed at the box office. Not one of those has.
They've been bad movies. And they haven't made as much money as they've wanted them to make.
Batman vs. Superman made over $1 billion.
Overseas, not here. Here it kind of tanked.
No, here it added into that billion. It was like almost $400 million that movie made here.
That's not Avengers money.
Avengers made $1.2 million.
It's not Avengers money.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not. Hold on. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, look it up.
Oh, you're looking it up, so we're good there. But I'm just saying, I think now it's time for them to realize that if Justice League fails, go back to having their superheroes be in separate universes. Because they've proven they can make good Batman movies, good Superman movies, good Wonder Woman movies. We don't need it to be completely a shared universe anymore.
Okay.
Speaking of shared universes...
Batman vs. Superman, $872.7 million.
US dollars.
That's, yeah, they're converting it to US dollars,
Yes.
Roger.
Okay, $872 million.
$1.5
So,
billion.
so,
Okay, I'll eat my
so
words
almost
on that
double.
one. I thought it was 1.2 is what that one had made.
And that doesn't account for inflation either, because what was that, 2000?
It's 2012. I mean, there's not $1.5 billion is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's double what Batman vs. Superman brought in.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Okay, eat your words there.
Almost $1 billion is still a lot of money.
Oh, no, it's a lot of money. It's not what Avengers did.
I think Suicide Squad actually did more than Batman v Superman.
Suicide Squad probably did, because, yeah. But it still wasn't, Avengers money.
It did less than Batman v Superman.
Oh, what's that telling you?
$745.6 million.
So if you take Suicide Squad and add Batman vs. Superman to it, you still don't have as much money as Avengers made.
You get right there, actually.
You're like,
No,
a couple million off.
No, you're over.
Yeah, no, 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is 7.45 and then 8.7.
Still. Yeah.
So that's over 50.
And that doesn't include Iron Man, Captain America, the lead up to the Avengers movies.
No, the Avengers movies have. Well, hold on. What did the last Thor movie make? Let's give DC a chance here now, because now I'm feeling bad for them.
While you look that up, Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer came out. That was actually kind of cool. Other than that, though, there just wasn't a lot.
Thor: Dark World's box office was $644 million, so it did nearly as well as Suicide Squad, and that's the movie that everybody kind of looks down on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much did here. Let's really track him out. How much did Amazing Spider-Man 2 bring in? Because that movie was horrible.
That one tanked. Oh, it's still
Okay.
$709 million.
That's still, oh my god.
That's a lot of money. Well, that's the thing. Spider-Man's a cash cow. Those movies always make a lot of money. What they were upset about with that movie is it didn't make Avengers money.
It did not make... That and the actors stiffed Sony exec at a dinner because they were going to announce Spider-Man 3, Amazing Spider-Man 3, and the actor, Andrew Garfield, did not go to that dinner because
the
he was
actor
upset.
had already complained about the role and why the movie was bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you want to continue to have the job,
You need to come
you
to this
don't do
dinner.
that. Well, you just don't complain.
And they said no.
That being said, we've got Spidey in the MCU now, so I'm okay with it.
For time being.
How much did it cost to make that movie? $91 million.
$91 million. Yeah.
They killed it. Still made more money than Thor Ragnarok. Or, not Ragnarok. Ragnarok, I think, will do really well.
I think Ragnarok will do fine. Peter Parker runs into MJ in the last Spider-Man Homecoming NBA Finals TV.
Wonder Woman's current box office, $263.7 million.
How much?
$263.7 million.
It's been out for like 2 weeks.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's the current box office.
Yeah, it's making a lot of money.
That one will probably do similar to Batman v Superman.
If not more. Because it hasn't even hit the overseas market yet.
I kind of doubt it does more.
I think you might be mistaken there.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it'll do right about as much as Batman v Superman.
Still not hitting that Avengers money.
Nope. Nope. I'll eat my words on that one. I could have swore Batman v Superman was closer to $1 billion than it was, but jeez.
No, it was bad. Told you.
Well, critics destroyed that movie too, though.
Critics have said nothing good but good things about Wonder Woman.
You can't say bad things about it though. There is a
Ghostbusters. The Ghostbusters.
Critics said nice things about that. That's what I'm saying.
Wow. Funny, interesting side note to that whole Ghostbusters 3 thing. We had a conversation earlier about how, not you and I, but at a place I was at earlier, about how Wonder Woman's success proves that it has nothing to do with misogyny. It has more to do with making a good fucking fudging movie.
Roger! Language.
I'm sorry.
Captain America. Language.
I said fudging.
Oh, man. So, Chris Evans signed on to do the Avengers movie after Infinity War.
Okay. They hit that money?
It was more so he's like, I have to do it for the franchise.
Oh, so we know he's not dying in Infinity War.
No.
I mean...
But I think they're doing Infinity War, and I think the Avengers are going to lose Infinity War, and it's going to be Infinity Gauntlet.
They were the same thing.
There were two different series there. But I think ultimately, I think the Avengers are going down.
Well, Infinity War is a 2-part movie.
2-part series?
Yeah, so we're going to get like 6 hours
of
Infinity War.
No. It's not. So they started it as a 2-part movie, and then they were like, well, there's Avengers Infinity War, and then there's going to be another Avengers movie.
Oh my god, no, stop.
But it's going to be Infinity Gauntlet, because Gamora
it's the same story.
Gamora slipped up.
Zoe Sadalia?
That's right, Gamora, and was like, oh yeah, and this movie, and said Avengers Infinity Gauntlet or whatever.
So instead of it being Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2, like they were originally going to call it Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet, that's stupid.
I think so. I'm
it's
okay
the
with
same
it.
movie.
I'm okay
We're
with
just
it.
changing the title.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
We gotta go.
Yeah, we do. Guys, go to entertainthegeeky.com. You can follow us on all of our social media from there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And I'm going to ask a special favor of each and every one of you this week.
All 6 of you.
Share us with one of your friends.
Look, it's like Fight Club. You know how Tyler Durden gives out homework? Let's give out a little homework. Instead of getting in a fight with a random person, we just kind of want you to share the podcast with one of your friends.
Spread the good news. I was going to say share the good news.
Spread the good news?
Spread the good news.
Spread it like jam.
Spread the love. Guys, stay geeky.
We'll see you guys next same bad time, same bad channel.